Alright there, sure old mate Yorkie here. Welcome you back to Campfire Tales and more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Today we're going to be going to Baphomet's altar with Ember. Redeemed Brotherhood, which is what Ember's followers call themselves, fighting for their lives of captured refugees. Expect a saint to come and help them. Let's do that, shall we? Sorry, I forgot to buff before we go in. I'll have to do that while we're on channel. I know that bit's boring and takes like 2 or 3 minutes. I see them. Look, there they are. A demon and Toil is there too. Standing right in front of him. She doesn't seem scared at all. Bring him to me, Lord Baphomet will be pleased. Especially after he sees the blood of the apostates. Yes, almighty Tasgarod. Did you really think you could just walk away from the cult? You belong to us forever. No one will ever save you now. Not gods, not people, not even a weak little preacher. Those poor Templars continue to serve Baphomet. They do so many terrible things and don't understand that they can stop at any time. They still don't understand, even when people who manage to mend their ways are standing right in front of them. They must be very stupid. Let's go over there, Elliot Holshade. The Redeemed Knights can't hold out for long. They need our help. And these stupid Templars, how can I make them see they are wrong? You still hope to persuade the Templars to repent? I don't want anyone to die. Each time we have to kill someone, it's not a victory but a defeat. We lost someone who could have become a friend. I know this is war and killing is part of war, but I'll save every person I can. There's a warm glow in Ember's eyes. She radiates goodness, but also such steadfastness that it's clear few people will find the words to contradict her. Forward, slaves of Baphomet. Prove to the Master that you are worthy to serve him. Hold on, Redeemed. Don't take a single step back. We have no right to lose this battle. Ember told us to win despite fear and despair. And this situation is scary and desperate beyond belief, right? That means it's time to win. Don't give up, we're on our way. Right, we need to...
Whatever comes next, we'll be ready.
Get into your form.
Search for the beauty of your mind, not your eyes.
Let's get this on. Come on. Good. Eagles. Owls. Cats. Get you up your levels. Apparently didn't do you and it did the others. You can wear like batting, but you're not doing, so never mind. Let's do flame critical on you.
This war must
Ember.
end.
On everyone who doesn't have armor.
Access. Yes. Esmith. Access. Yes. Esmith. Access. Yes. Esmith. Access. Yes. Esmith. Access. Yes.
On everyone.
Ane. U. Efna. U. Efna. U. Efna. U. Efna. U. Efna. U. Efna. Ane. U. Efna. Ane. U. Efna. An. U. Efna. An. U. Efna.
No reason
You
to pause.
mount up. Anti-demon trap. Courage. Angelic.
Amranda gratior.
Let me
Put the wrong one on you, didn't I? You should have Angelic Vader.
I stand ready.
You do indeed. Now, Good Hope.
Abrone sentes.
Foxes.
Riti. Tjo. Wash. An. Ba. Riti.
Bears.
Ba. Riti.
Blur.
Nan. Orama. 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 Nan. Orama.
Protection from elements.
Wash. Antio. 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 Wash.
Not what I did mind. Never mind. And that's on me. Oh, I nearly forgot the giant size stuff. Or large size stuff at least. Then we go biggie people. Giant size you. And I guess we can legendary proportion you as well, can't we, Avu? Save it, and let's get in there.
We march ahead.
Well, Lord Baphomet, Baphomet, poor old Baphomet. Do you really hear us? Then I beg you, stop making these poor people hurt others. Baphomet, hear our words. We mean no harm to you, all these good people. Enough of war. Let us pray together for peace. Are they praying for Baphomet's salvation? Have they gone insane, or have I been the insane one? All right. 224 health.
No glory without risk.
Not anymore. Lunchtime. Let's dine on mortal flesh. Oh, hello. With a carefree smile, Ember waves at the demons. I remember you. We met in the Purple City. She looks at one of the demons, a frail-looking creature whose horns have been broken off. How are your wounds? Are you all healed up? It's that lunatic from Illusionera. Remember that crazy mortal who preached to us? Yeah, it's her, all right. You know what? Go ahead and slit my throat, eat me, do whatever you want. But I'm not going to kill her. Come join our side. Arushale showed demons can look for. Let us put an end to this war together. That's right. Demons, mortals, we can all be friends. The warrior's face reflects her in a struggle. With a deep breath, she finds enough strength to smile at the monsters. That's true. Reject evil and we'll accept you as our friends. She's right, you know. What's the point of all this never-ending slaughter? Keep fighting the whole world if you want. But I'm done. Screw this invasion, screw the whirlwind, and screw Baphomet's ways over. Are you crazy? I'm gonna make you wish you never said that. Go ahead then, kill me. Life in the abyss is no life at all. The girl was right. Better to live 5 minutes among mortals than return there with you to come. Peace with mortals, down with Baphomet. Friends, thank you. We won't let anyone hurt you. Thank you, little preacher, for opening our eyes. The demon turns to her former allies and bares her teeth. Well, who wants to be the first to attack the demon crusader?
They will break against our resolve.
This time, which is detonate, eruption. What's the distance of an eruption? 10-foot burst. Should be out of the way of the others. Why can't I? Alright, that won't work. Okay, it's not letting me do that.
Away, you rascal!
Maybe because I'm too far away.
Amranda Gratio.
Old breaker.
Amranda Gratio.
Into the fray!
Get forward, Socio. I can go forward to there. Naira. Can't really afford to do what I was going to do. But I don't think we need to. You know, the eruption and area effect.
Amranda Gratio.
I will.
Amranda Gratio.
Old break. Let's swamp troop in onto this thing. Take it out. Not quite. You can with a bit of fire. Not quite. Still got 10 health.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Begone, fiend!
That is icy prison. Nope. Where are they? There.
You offend me.
Shame about the deaths. Can't always save everyone, I guess. Stop! The elf's sonorous voice echoes over the battlefield. All present Crusaders, Templars, even demons lower their weapons and turn to any surprise. Listen to me. I was born the year this war began. I know nothing about it, but my father told me that good people were going on a crusade to save the world from demons. So we went too. Then my father died, but it wasn't demons who killed him. He was killed by some good knights who thought they were cultists. Sounds stupid, right? Ember laughs, but tears roll down her cheeks. Since then, I've watched for many years good people die stupidly in this stupid war. They die from disease, from hunger, and from weapons. They kill each other because demons order them to, or out of suspicion, or out of fear. Meanwhile, demons keep coming here from the abyss, and what do they get? A scrap of a wasteland, and then a quick death at the end of a crusader's sword? The world wound has brought no good to anyone. Not the crusaders, not the cultists, not the demons. So let's close it, altogether, and finally end this war. Tazgrod, don't listen to this mortal fool. Bring me ahead. Don't have to fight, demon. Repent and come to our side. Don't be ridiculous. Come on, does anyone need me to repeat my orders? I'll devour the soul of everyone who dares raise a weapon against me, and I'll start with the traitors. I'll no longer serve you. Curse you and your Baphomet. Down with Baphomet, down with the Templars. If we die today, we die as Crusaders. I will devour your bodies and souls, and I'll start with this little piece of fluff. With a baleful glare at Ember, the demon raised his hands, and a ball of ghostly flames started to form between them. Oh, Nocticular showed up. Get your paws off of your scaly filth. Emerging out of nowhere. She's standing in form, I doubt it, but Nocticular moves a finger, and the demon starts to writhe in pain. She glances around the battlefield with interest. So, what do we have here? The preaching of a barefoot little beggar stops a battle, makes sinners repent and turns demons on the side of good. How very interesting. I'm in tears of laughter. I confess, girl, your words fail to impress me in Illusionera. But your deeds are intriguing. The Demon Lord glances at the redeemed demons. Hey, you rebels, what does this mean? Do you feel you're this tiny mortal more than Baphomet, Disgari, and all the other demons of the Abyss who will be displeased by your betrayal? Perilous conqueror, no lady in shadow. The voice of the demon is quiet but firm. We are not afraid of her, or them. We're no longer afraid of anything. We've been afraid all our lives. This mortal girl has healed our fear. Bow, kill us if you want. We will no longer follow anyone's orders. The demon frowns, expecting a punishment that never comes. Nocticular looks at you thoughtfully. It's not often I come across things I do not understand. Would you be so kind as to explain what this girl thinks she's doing? She's already explained everything to you. Remember what she said to you the last time you met? I recall a great deal of crying and sniffling. You know I'm going to. With some incoherent rambling between sobs. What exactly was that supposed to explain to me? You there, child, what is all this supposed to mean? How do you make these hardened scoundrels, these blasphemers and murderers with blood dripping from their hands repent? What makes even demons who've scarcely crawled out of the abyss take your side? The Redeemer Queen, hello! Thank you for protecting me. Ember smiles and waves at Nocticular, who recoils. Why are you asking? You already know the answer. You're just afraid to accept it. Don't be afraid. What nonsense. First, you don't you dare call me by that idiotic nickname. Second, I am afraid of nothing. Third, please do not think of me as your personal bodyguard from now on. The only reason I didn't allow him to burn you was because I wanted to understand what's going on. And interrogating a pile of ashes would be a trifling inconvenience. You don't seriously think your sickly sweet whining could make me relinquish my demon lord throne, do you? You already know the answer, Redeemer Queen. I see you are not the same as you were in the Purple City. You've changed. In the name of all that's unholy, the demoness rolls her eyes. What was I thinking? What kind of answer could I expect from a feeble-minded creature? Nocticular? Why did you come here? I ask myself the same question. I think I wanted to understand why hardened murderers and bloodthirsty demons suddenly started eating out of this insane beggar's hand. But what's the use in trying to understand the ravings of a lunatic? The only reward for my curiosity was a headache. How did you know what was going on here? I have eyes everywhere, and I keep a close watch on you and your gang. I knew it. You sent your friends to look after me and keep me from harm. I had a feeling you were protecting me. Or they were protecting. Protect you? Who do you think you are, mortal idiot? If you want, go ahead and jump off this cliff head first. I won't lift a finger to save you. But you already have saved me, just now. For the first and last time in your short, meaningless life. So that's your new title, is it? Redeemer Queen? The next person who calls me that risks becoming acquainted with my collection of torture implements. Since you're already here, perhaps you could help us with the battle. As if, do your own fighting. With a contemptuous snort, Nocticular disappears. Ember happily claps her hands. Good Queen. She pretends not to understand, but she understands everything. Her laughter is interrupted by the growl of the demon, who has finally recovered. Looks like everyone's brains have already melted. Doesn't matter. I alone am strong enough to devour you all. Glory to Baphomet, death to mortals. Alright, now, hopefully... Like that. Don't go on there, you're gonna hurt. Are we still on fast? Yes. Where's my level 9? Summon Hammer Dryad. Stick them around that.
Orama. No. Orama.
Old break. He's down. Stop running onto the fire. You'll die if you go that way. Forget you.
Stand down. Keep forgetting that's an area of effect. Well, I don't rate the Hammer Dryad so far. She's down 303. You're not in a position to do anything right now, so never mind you. You should finish her off. You're running. Heal. Away, you rascal!
What's he down on now? Because he should be about dead. Yep, 81. You can't do anything there. I'm not going to use that because I realise now it's
a bad thing. We'll try them. I don't think it'll work.
Важно Салатава.
9. Okay, and 6 at 15. So you are now down to 42. You've been knocked over again. Which means you should be about done. Hey, he got up and healed. That's not right. That's not right. Alright, well.
Huh?
Heal again. $257.
Your time is over.
That missed. Rift of Ruin, we'll try it. Oh, we got a hit in. 10. You are now on 222. Let's get this on as well. 17. I could, because you will hit. Yeah, we can afford him to go down if we have to. What are we on now? 93?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
She's got her.
The light take you.
It all worked out so strangely. We've killed many people. We've saved many people. These knights came here to kill each other, but instead, they became friends.
And corpses.
Everyone is praising me, but I know I did nothing special. I just reminded them of something they already knew. And those demons. Back in the Purple City, they laughed at my words, but I saw they were listening. I believed they would one day remember my words and understand them. And it happened. If humans can stop being evil, so can demons. Even demon lords like the Redeemer Queen.
So you think Nocticular's on a path of good?
Of course. She is very proud. She'd never say it out loud. But I see that she has changed. You know, I pray to the demon lords every day and ask them to come to their senses. Iskari and Baphomet don't listen to me, but she's different. I know she hears everything. Maybe one day, not soon, but one day, she will get out of the abyss.
What will happen to the Redeemer Brotherhood next?
Their numbers will increase.
Or Redeemed.
They will be joined by new people who have mended their ways. Good people who still think they have been abandoned and have no choice but to be evil. They'll help each other get out of the abyss, and they'll defeat those who have chosen to stay there. The redeemed knights want me to go with them, to teach and guide them. But I'll stay where I'm needed most, with you. These good knights think they need me, but they managed even when they believed I was dead. Their words have shown them the right path, and that's good. Now they can save each other and themselves without me.
Please explain this to me. How did you manage to get an entire squad of cultists to defend?
They weren't really cultists. They were good people. They just got confused and started to think they were cultists. I just reminded them who they really are.
A very humanistic approach. Well, another battle is behind us. It's time to prepare for the ones ahead.
Wait, what do you think? About me? About these knights? About everything that's happened?
See, you're the right to call yourself Ember, and Ember the Righteous. You're an enigma, I don't understand you at all. You're just a fool who got lucky now. Your father would be so proud, he would. I'm just glad you're in my party. Just be sure you don't preach to me. There's several of them I like, obviously not the evil one. Not number 6 either, just don't preach to me. I am glad she's in the party. The right to call you St. Ember and Ember the Righteous? Maybe. I mean, she's done a lot of good. But this is also true. I don't understand you at all. A lot of your thinking is pure smooth brain, but it works. You're like Discworld's Captain Carrot, in a way. You know, you're good because he expects you're going to be good. Alright. I'll use that.
Now you're saying that too. But I know I'm entirely ordinary. You've always been there for me. When I was scared and when I was doubtful, you supported me. If it weren't for you, I'd probably be long dead.
Yeah, well, so would I. If it wasn't for you. And that seems to be it. That might be the end of her quest. I don't know.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Right, that's about it for that. Oh, you need to get that off you now.
You're a good person. I like you.
So that you're not going really hyper slow. And then we leave. Now, a little bit of military to take care of first, and then we'll pop back to the Citadel. Oh, we can't do that yet. Interesting. Alright. Then we shall just pop back to... We can't do that either. That's not what I'm doing anyway. I missed that, that's what it is. Back to the Citadel, teleport. Depending what's going on here, the next task may be Current Glen for Ulbrich. His mirror looks the same as before, but far more weary. So it's true, the commander has returned from the dead. We've heard all manner of rumours, but we did not know what to believe. So I came here myself to be sure it's true, and not yet another trick of the demons. What's the news in Wintersun? Ah, yes, that's right, from Wintersun. I thought time would heal Wintersun, but it hasn't been easy. People gradually return to their lives, but the mere sight of the homeland brought back memories of the atrocities. This is why, when the demons returned, we didn't fight the way we should have. What will you do now? We'll leave in search for a better life. The place we call home all these centuries no longer accepts us. Too many ghosts here. Too many memories, Gizmera sighs. I do not know where we'll go. But I will pray to the spirits that the new place will accept us. And farewell, Gizmera. Farewell, Commander. May the spirits watch over you. I hope our path will cross again someday. So Wintersun's abandoned. Alright. Scenery Master. Ah, Commander. Good day to you and all that. I'm Tina from the next door theatre. Remember me? So here's the score. We've finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. We're ready to get started. Great, let's leave. And let's hope either it's not that long, or they've done a voiceover. They haven't done a voiceover. Grandma Gretlin's smile shines with pride and happiness. Her new ladle shines equally bright and she holds it up like a scepter. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has waited with bated breath. The day when we, the Next Door Theatre, finally present to you our newest production. Hooray, theatre! I wonder if I comment on everything that happens. Will people decide I'm an impolite dragon? Fine, I'll behave. Theatre, theatre! Ember laughs melodiously and claps her hands. Greybock casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's joy is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly, and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least, you hope it's a prop. Today we return to our recent past, to the one of the first victories won by the Commander. Our show is dedicated to those grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As a director and playwright, I feel humbled and honoured too. Captivated by her own speech, Grandma brandishes her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. Oops. You hear a theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. Did anyone what did the projectile hit? I see something that resembled a plume of smoke in the place similar to the one where we left crates of our props in. Oh dear. I put my cherry pie in that catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. The last sentence is followed by a loud sob. Stop panicking, the show must go on, even if we are left with our costumes and props. Without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Having witnessed these instructions quite loudly to her crew, Grandma Gretlin gives a beaming smile to the audience. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere. And now, shall we begin? Hurrah for the premiere. In the year 4715th, in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army, awaiting her orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Eliana Solshade. My heart burns! Lamkin pauses, moving his lips quietly. Before inspiring an army with stirring speech, the commander paused, preparing to say the most important words. Yeah, you got it. Unable to recall his lines, Lamkin seems to wilt and begins to speak at random. Warriors, give up. I am the actor Lamkin. The commander's speech was certainly inspiring, but she understood it wasn't enough in the face of the upcoming dangers. She needed to describe the goal to the army and give real hope to the soldiers. And so the commander exclaimed. Grandma throws an encouraging glance at Lamkin, and Lamkin throws a pleading glance at you. Go ahead, Lamkin, you got this. Realising that you're not going to prompt him, the Cyclops gathers his courage and proudly says, I won't give up! Well done, Lamkin. Everyone is proud of you. Then, with her army properly inspired, the commander explained the details of the grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to outsmart the demons by infiltrating their ranks. For this, commander prepared a very realistic and elaborate costume of a fearsome Baylor. Grandma casts a sad look at the direction where, presumably, a cart with the theatre's props is still in flames. And that's exactly what happened. The commander donned a costume of a horrifying gory demon to deceive the enemy. Unfortunately, as our show is intended for family viewing, we cannot show this. We must leave it to your imagination. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment. A moment, the person whom we all gathered here to celebrate, the commander. After all, this was one of her earliest adventures. Grandma Grattan, so what did you think, Commander? Did you like our show? It's so much fun. Of course, sure. A mysterious smile appears on Grandma Gretlin's face, believe it or not, Commander. But every true comedian knows their calling is to provoke laughter and smiles, not necessarily on stage. And it need not be successful, professional, and perfectly organised performance. Sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. I was briefly a member of a college-based, well, for a year, improv group. We put on a couple of shows for, people who wanted to come. It was fun. They enjoyed it too. It wasn't top quality at all. It's just improv. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day, and now the show is over, and the next door theatre troupe has other places to be and other plays to perform. They're done. Which is fine.
Our path leads on.
Right, back to the Citadel. Looks like the next door theatre company's done.
I need to recover my strength.
Lady Konome. Apologies, Commander, but an ambassador of a certain nation demands to see you. A nation that we consider to be our ally, at least, until they came up with the outrageous proposition we're about to discuss. The respectable-looking halfling with luxurious sideburns clears his throat, and then addresses you in a low voice of an opera singer. Salutations, Commander. My name is Bonvar, and I represent the People's Council of Andoran. My country has always considered it a trusted ally of Mender. After witnessing the turmoil in Mendevian lands, we believe we have no right to stand by and do nothing. Andoran is ready to send its forces to Nerosian, and the largest cities in Mendev on a peacekeeping mission. We will temporarily bring the kingdom under our control for the purposes of restoring order. But before committing such an act, we would like to receive your support and approval. Are you bloody kidding me? Lady Konami cuts off the ambassador. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with the issues without external help. Commander, I must ask you to send your own forces to the capital. Don't put the nation in the hands of foreigners. Saving Mendev benefits all nations of Aviston. So why does it have to be only one country that helps us? We'll ask all our neighbours to send their trusted servants, who will resolve the crisis and keep an eye on each other, preventing any temptation to exploit our lands and resources. Soziel gives the ambassador a soft but knowing smile. I am not particularly enamoured of the idea of calling in outsiders to instill order in our own country. Before I know it, I'll no longer be a count, and some disagreeable foreigner will be living in my estate. I imagine all the nobles will relate to these concerns, so why don't we ask them for help? I've heard all this before. Andoran is once again trying to benefit from Mendev's troubles. Yeah, I don't disagree, Lan. This time their friendly help will involve bringing us the ideals of freedom. No, I do not trust them, and neither will the people if you address them in Liliana Solshade. Sounds good to me. Andoran's a free country, no aristocrats, no slaves, equality. I wouldn't have believed anyone else, but these guys are solid. Yeah, I don't think so, Wolchif. Let's hear from the ambassador. Bonvar nods seriously. I'm prepared to answer any questions you may have. Describe our plans, prove the necessity of this step, and assure you that our intentions are pure. What made you think Mendev needs your help? Before recommending this course of action to the People's Council, I personally want to assess the situation in all regions of Mendev. The rather dreary trip. The recent revolt in the capital is merely a consequence of the crisis, not its source. I'm aware of at least 3 other uprisings which could break out in the coming weeks. Tax collection has dropped, and there are areas where tax aren't being collected at all. The city guard has been bled dry by mass desertion, and crime levels have increased fourfold. The storehouses are forced to provide the populace with bread instead of sending it to you, and it won't get any better, considering that the fate of the future harvest is up in the air. The kingdom shakes in the fever of lawlessness. If someone honourable and principled doesn't take the reins of Mendev's salvation, it may not recover from this illness. At one time, you did right by Andoran, despite your politicians demanding otherwise. We're ready to return the favour. Yeah, by conquering us. I'm not down with that idea. What did you gain from all this? If Mendev crumbles, who's going to fight the demons? Us? No way. After a bark of laughter, he turns serious once more. Great trials breed dictatorships. People flock to strong authoritarian rulers because they can overcome the crisis. But then the crisis ends and the ruler does not. We don't want the enlightened Mendev to break into smaller kingdoms ruled by tyrannical generals and the greed of the wealthy. Its people do not deserve such a fate. On what conditions do you intend to assist us? Our forces will take all the major cities of Mendev and establish a provisional authority of Andoran. That will mean a return to centralised governance. We'll stamp out the widespread crime, stop the plundering of public coffers, and mobilise the remaining resources. Is anyone buying this bullshit? Our interference in the nation's affairs won't go beyond that. We do not meddle in political matters, push our beliefs, or change the laws, or expropriate any lands or wealth. As soon as the crisis passes, we will depart from Mendev without imposing any obligations. This is a humanitarian mission, not an occupation. Why do you need my permission if you're going to try and conquer us? And don't sell me the bullshit any longer, I'm not listening. Bonvar gives you a shrewd smile, because otherwise it would be a common pillaging. If you hear a voice screaming help from inside someone's house, and rush inside to help, who would condemn you for it? But if you merely hear a commotion and, suspecting that someone has broken in, you burst into the house with best of intentions, good luck proving you're a saviour and not a thief who was caught red-handed. We are willing to do some good, but we are not about to put a target on our backs. Shellyax will immediately accuse us of launching a destructive occupation either way, but with your approval, the price of our assistance might not be unreasonably high for us in the end. Yeah, your assistance. You want to conquer us. Satisfied my curiosity. Lady Konami makes a concerned sound. I hope you understand that all these courteous speeches are just velvet glove wrapped around an iron fist. For once you're actually right. See what the council has to say. I hope all its members are aware of the fate of the Mendev is at stake. Soziel, elaborate on your idea. Soziel gives the ambassador a piercing look. We invite one country to help, and it will try to subjugate Mendev. We invite all of them, and everyone will be watching the others jealously, stopping them from taking what they shouldn't. Avistan wants stability, and if Mendev falls under the influence of any external power, that stability will be disrupted. No ruler will refuse to send their best representatives, otherwise they'll lose control of the situation. Together those people will bring Mendev back into shape, and after that, who knows, they might even give some advice to our generals, but more importantly, they won't allow each other to profit off our misfortune. Yeah, we risk turning Mendev into a war zone, to be honest there, Soziel. Or, and this is much more plausible, they will ransack Mendev piece by piece, 10 times faster. It's fascinating how swiftly sovereigns can forget their differences when presented with opportunity to rob someone else. That's also a viable result, possible result, Darren. Darren, will the nobles be able to solve the nation's predicament without outside help? And if so, why haven't they? For all the things people say about my special class, we have one particular quality. Any aristocracy has strong ties to its country. Yeah. Family estates are our roots, and they run deep in the ground. Bloodlines are the shoots that grow from the local history. So yes, the nobility can solve this predicament, but they possess not just experience as rulers, but the will to rule. If you wish to bolster their favour and win some loyalty, give them new lands, here, on the territories reclaimed from demons. Then their ties to you will be almost as strong as they are to Mendev. So the main incentive for the mobility to save Mendev will still be pride in the thought of keeping their lands. I'm not sure that's a solid enough footing. Maybe. But, I mean, partitioning up the land like that, I'm not sure about that either. Well, it's traditional, let's face it. Lan, why do you dislike the Andorrans so much? Because from the very start they've chosen to pursue their goals with intrigues and provocations. I've heard Andorran is a decent nation, but then why are they acting like this? Do they think their way is much better than ours, that it justifies using dirty tactics? I do not wish them luck in achieving their ends. The freedom they proclaim brings permissiveness. Mendev certainly doesn't need it. We'll reject them publicly, and the people will support us. That chance, buddy. Everyone's equal under Andorran rule. No nobles, no aristocrats, no nothing. Just citizens. Sure, the people will just rise up and drive away those damned invaders, and defend their right to keep slaving away for blue bloods. Well, Jiff, do you trust the Andorrans? I've heard how things work in Andorran. They've got equality there. No nobles or commoners. One law for everybody. And the officials serve the people, not the other way around. Sounds to me like those guys are more honest than our lot. So we might as well believe them. You ever heard of smoke and mirrors? Jeff, deception? I love my Andorran with all my heart. But the truth must come first. You're wrong to idealise my compatriots, Woljeff. They value freedom, but they never pass up a chance for profit either. I'm afraid this is the case. Their motives are far from altruistic. There are two kinds of freedom. The first kind is what slaves dream of, and what heroes die for. The second is the drunken, irresponsible freedom of hooligans and thieves. I think I've just worked out which type of freedom Andorran comes with. Thank you, Woljif. Now I'm even more convinced. The ambitions of Andorran are well known. They are zealous in their belief that theirs is the only correct political system, and that all others are various forms of enslavement and of the common folk. When the war is over, it will be trivial for them to invent some convenient rationale for why they're under no obligation. To keep their promises. Lady Konami, what are you expecting from me? I'm not denying the fact that Mendev is in the middle of a severe crisis. However, we must solve this problem on our own, without involving foreign powers. Nerosian did all it could to help Dresden. I'm not convinced they did all they could. And now it's time to reciprocate. I ask that you give the order to all newly formed detachments, standing ready, set out for Dresden, to march to Mendev's major cities instead. They will put things back in order by themselves, and remind the people that the Crown's authority remains strong. I understand that it will have to hold out here without reinforcements until the disaster passes, but such is the cost of our nation's salvation and independence. What, we're supposed to die here without reinforcements? Because God forbid Mendevian nobles lose their cushy estates. Forget about it! Alright, I've heard enough. I'm actually tempted to go with economy right now, but we'll see what predicted results are. Then I hope you will defend Mendev in this hour of grave danger, as you've done many times before. Bonus the power for inviting everyone. Call among the nobles. Recruitment growth of trainable. Oh, massive increase! That's useful. Issuing a call to arms among the people of Andorran. Mendevian Cavaliers mercenary unit. Excellent cavalry that can deliver pinpoint strikes against enemies' lines. That could be useful, but we've already got plenty of different types of unit. Let Andorran run free. I'm probably not going to do this anyway. Elite infantry. Infantry is the least useful troops. Sending reinforcements. Recruiting trainable units is prohibited for 2 weeks. Rough. But we can still get mercenaries. Recruitment growth for trainable units reduces to 0 for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks pass, all trainable units gain best sons of Mendev. So they'd be max morale all the time, basically. Or more or less. "10 power, not that useful. And my thing with inviting everyone, well, I agreed with Denon that they might just loot us. And I also said, looking at the role-playing reasons, that could turn us into a war zone as they try and decide who's going to take over. That is extremely useful. I mean, well, we got 4 or 5 captured things. That's huge. Talking 60, maybe more. Even if it's just 3, it's 45. And we're going to get more. So that's a huge increase in troops. But I don't know if we need it. And I'm just like I'm skeptical there. I was skeptical of whether nobles, who should be doing the best anyway, let's face it, would actually achieve anything. Calling on the people. I didn't think they could do it. Woljif wants to invite them in, and I'm not down with that. That leaves us with Lady Konami. For once, I actually agree with her, and I made that clear. It hurts us at first, but we can make it work long term. The commander's made herself clear. The patriotism in Vendevian subjects is stronger than ever. We will deal with our problems ourselves, and I doubt any power in Avistan will want to question her decisions. Lady Konami bows her head and says quietly, we will soon know whether or not this decision was prudent. Will Mendev survive this crisis, or is it doomed to fall? Once the outcome becomes apparent, I'll report to her immediately. And see, that's where I differ from the Queen. We take care of what's going on here. We don't just run off to Iz or wherever else she might have buggered off to. We take care of things. We deal with situations. We also do what we can to go out and explore and deal with other situations that are cropping up. But you don't just abandon your people. Honestly, if I'm going to die, and I don't know if I am or not, maybe one of my people should take over from the Queen. Sealer, maybe. Ember is an interesting one, because I don't think she's got the intelligence, the political savvy to run a country. But she has possibly got the political savvy to inspire others. Or she has possibly got the ability to inspire others and listen to others. Nevia would be a good one. I'd have better run off with the Queen. I don't really think she should, but Nevia maybe. Dylan! Yeah, never mind that. Cute boy. Anyway. Commander. Although we were once again victorious in your last encounter with Kramzadar, I'm worried. We've been interrogating the prisoners, and some interesting information has come to light. It seems Kramzadar intends to fundamentally alter his strategy and be on the defensive next time we fight. That is uncharacteristic for him. Indeed, it's uncharacteristic of demons generally. For the most part, they all prefer a ruthless onslaught. Our enemy seeks to counter us with robust formation, overwhelm us with ranged ranged assaults, and grind our attacks to dust one after another. Opposing demons who fight defensively is unknown territory, and we must prepare for it. I suggest we train our infantry in ways of withstanding enemy shots, which should ensure our victory in ranged duels. Is this I'm hearing? The demons are afraid and want to fight in the defensive. Perfect, let them stand there while our cavalry mows them down. So the demons have decided to play with us. Well, they don't know who they're dealing with. Give me, let's see, even a few daring raiders, and I'll put the kibosh on this Karamzadar's whole strategy, no matter how great the general he is. We got foul beasts, scared stiff, eh? They're right to be scared, but it's not enough. The enemy that's dug in is caught on the defensive in an unfamiliar land. The city nooks. We approach them from any direction, and we pick them apart piece by piece. I've defeated Kramzadar once, and I'll do it again. That's what I'm hoping for, but I advise against underestimating our opponent. Kramzadar is like an angry old wolf. Yes, he growls and grins like others, but he's much smarter, more perceptive, and more experienced than the rest of his kind, and he learns. He's learned from his mistakes, and now he wants to radically reevaluate his tactics. If you think this is normal behaviour for a demon, General, you're mistaken. Kramzadar may well present us with some unpleasant surprises when we meet next. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Everyone looks at you expectantly. Sailor, what strategy do you suggest? We don't even need a strategy. It works great for us if the demons want to stand there like statues and defend. Our cavalry is fast and deadly. Containing the enemy is all we need to do to turn the whole defensive tactic into we walk right into a trap and can't get out. Yeah, we might end up doing that, Sailor. We do need strategy. Greybow, what are you thinking? There's this trick called Brat on a String. Imagine some guard standing watch. A snotty urchin walks up to them, calls them every name he knows, throws a handful of ox manure at them, then darts into an alleyway. Could they resist the temptation to chase after him and grab him by the ear? No one resists. And in that alley, obviously, they find me with an axe in each hand. I've fulfilled a number of contracts by catching the victims' bodyguards with a brat on a string, which got me thinking, maybe it'd work in a bigger fight too. A few riders prancing around in the streets, on their streets, shouting obscenities. Their every gesture just begging, run after me, catch me, kill me. You think the demons will resist that? Forget every order they were given and charge forward. If I may point it out, this tactic seems reckless. A battle plan shouldn't rely on the success of a few daredevils. Baiting can be useful though, Captain Norden. I have to disagree with you on that one. Scouts are useful. Bait traps are useful. Ulbrich, what exactly did you have in mind? They've gone and sacrificed their own mobility. It's a gift to our infantry. We'll just need to act carefully, keep their heads down, and deal rapid strikes from all directions, retreating before the demons even know where to look. We'll run them ragged, wear them down, bleed them dry, and they'll not be able to master a counterattack. I like this approach, but our infantry won't sustain it. Every attack will see us losing fighters. You need cavalry for this kind of tactic. Cab Norden, what's your suggestion? The demons want to adopt a defensive stance. Well, that's their business, but it's no reason to change our own strategy. The battle will turn into a ranged duel. We'll move our infantry ahead as a tempting target for enemy fire. I'm certain the soldiers will do their duty with distinction. And while they're launching one pointless volley after another onto the shield wall of our infantry, our sharpshooters will be felling them one by one. Training our soldiers as if they were pawns, vile. I hear you, Sailor. There's sometimes a call for it, but you might have a point. Everything is clear to me now. Your advice and nod, and let me see what the predicted results are. Cavalry contain the enemy. Reduce the target speed. That clever tactic was appealing. Target unit will try to move forward. We'll try to move toward this unit and attack it for 3 rounds. Okay. Old break. Infantry get contained the enemy. Odin. All enemy range units will be able to attack only this unit in the next round. Yeah. That's just. I think that is better on cavalry, who can move swiftly, than on infantry who can't. I'm not sure how useful it is. You know what, we're going to go with Grey Bow. I'm not sure any of them are that useful, to be honest. We'll go with Grey Bow. Excellent. I'll find myself a few folks who are bold and skillful enough, and who value entertainment more than their own safety. Thank you for your time, Commander. I'll get the briefing to the officers on our new strategy at once. Once all the preparations are finished, I'll be at your disposal again. Right, what else do we have? I've been sniffling ever since that Ember thing. I swear, I never used to cry at movies or anything else. Nowadays, you show me something that's like happy, I'm bawling my bloody eyes out. In some ways, I've become more cynical as I've got older. In other ways, I've become a bloody wuss. Report. Despite all his trickery, Karamzara was once again defeated. Yeah, we know. Guests of the Commander's Isle. Travelling vendors from Elysium have come to the court, and they would be delighted to meet the Commander. Alright. The two blades. Renowned artisan who forges enchanted weapons has come to the Commander bearing two gifts. One blade is old and rusted, the other radiates heavenly light and is incredibly sharp. The artisan is offering the Commander the choice of which sword fits her. It's not letting me see which it is it? I'm reminded of what they found on Discworld. I can't remember if it was Captain Carrot or if it was a fake king. But he had a sword. I think it was Carrot. Carrot is supposedly the king of Ankh-Morpork. But never claims it or anything else. He doesn't think it's... He'd rather get on with being a copper, basically. But yeah, the sword of a king isn't some shiny thing. Some shiny, magical-looking thing. It's a sword that gets the job done. Which is, I think, what they're going for with the rusty sword. It's deceiving. And so is that. I'm not on the angel, so I can't do that. But I'm tempted to give it just to Lenio. You know what? Go on, Lenio, have fun. Did you know the rusty sword holds a divine blessing? The artisan has obviously been trying to surpass his whole life in vain. I wonder what happens if we melted both blades together and made a single one. Following Ninio's advice, the Commander's loyal craftsman reforged two swords into one. The upset blacksmith left Dresden cursing, "That damned airhead!" Don't know if we got anything out of that, actually. The three Crusades have sent a letter to Citadel, inviting the Crusade leader to pay them a visit at the court. Yep, fine. Nothing here right now. You're on 0, I can't move you. And we've got nothing to recruit right now, do we? Well, we do, but there's no one to put them in. Still don't get what's going on there. Doesn't look like it relates to anything. Unless... Can I upgrade this now? I don't think so. No. Right. Off to the court then. See what the Free Crusaders want and what this travelling merchant wants. Aranka, who was admiring these others frozen in their impressive fighting stances, looks at you. Liana Solshade, you're just in time. We're holding a tournament. These are our guests. Solemn Star and Azata of the Little End people, and Raucous Laughter, Brelani Azata. They came down from Elysium, and now they're going to give us a display of their combat skills. The Azatas greet you with graceful salutes. Aranka smiles widely and drops her voice to a whisper. This fight has a symbolic meaning. There has been a disagreement between the courts to which Solemn Rustad and Raucous Laughter belong. They are not enemies, of course, but there is a true rival between them. They'll never admit it, but they expect you to support one of the champions. Whichever one you choose will send their courts to aid us. Why don't you tell me more about them? The Lilian Desatas are bard storytellers and chroniclers who travel between the planes, collecting stories and legends. They're not the most warlike people, but if they witness injustice, they will stand up against it. And the World Wound is an enormous injustice against Galarian. The Brelani Azadas, however, have considered the most indomitable of their people. They live in the moment and prefer to spend their time fighting, always looking for a chance to test their prowess and skills. We certainly could use such powerful allies. We can then get these. Or skillful repulse. Wait, you can do ranged? Yes, you can. Oh. You can't. I've already decided because ranged are the best troops. Raucous Laughter may look bit with. I was thinking of going for Solemn Star, but having had the differences explained, I have to go with Raucous Laughter. Aranka smiles happily. Oh, Raucous Laughter, we wish you victory. Free Crusaders, beat your drums, blow your trumpets, throw your horns, and join the dance. Let us support our indomitable guest. It's good to have you back, Eliana Soulshade. Things haven't been the same without you. Well, that was that. We didn't get to see the fight. Alright. Oh, I thought we had another one. Okay. City of Locust isn't there yet. Well. Yeah, we've got all these to do. Alright, so it looks like this is over. I thought there were two things there. I guess not. Right, then it's going to be back to the Citadel. And sleep. And I will see you next time.
Thanks for watching, for being around, for every message, reaction, all the joy we found. To the quiet, the loud, the sharp and the sly, you're the reason I'm leaving with my spirits high. So hit like, leave a word or tap that sub. If you laugh, cry to mock my stuff. Every click helps the channel grow and lets me keep on with the show.